Should we buy or sell the Geo Group? First off, read this disclaimer carefully and do your good of the day by liking and subscribing. So we go here to the other themes, and we have a theme that I call specialty REITs. So a REIT is a real estate investment trust. Here we have the Geo Group. They are in the correctional facilities business, 45% from the 52-week low, but the biggest pullback. Okay, so here is then the Geo Group. The Geo Group is committed to providing leading evidence-based rehabilitation programs to individuals while in custody and post-release into the community. So here are some news stories recent that make this company very relevant. Retail execs urge Congress to help amid smash and grab crime surge. This is from New York Post. And then even CNN, concerns rising inside the White House over surge in violent crime. There's reason to expect that maybe there's going to be an increased demand for the services of the Geo Group, because for some time now, there's been this very lax relationship to crime. It's been very much, you have frankly had, more or less, demonization of the police. Notwithstanding that, when you actually talk to people who live in, high crime communities, they will tell you very clearly that they want more policing. But, this is when you talk to them in private, because the big problem when, like, the CNN, as an example, interviews people who live in those communities live, if they say, we want more police, then guess who is going to be attacked by the local gangs? It's the people who say they want more police. So this is one of those paradoxes that many people aren't aware of. When you live in those communities, it is extremely difficult to speak up against crime. And there's a lot of crime that isn't even reported, because if a gang member, beats up another person, and only those two people know about it, if the person who was beaten up reports it to the police, that's a risk. That's also dangerous, because you have repercussions of. So it's a mess. It's a real mess. But I do think that there's reason to expect now that there will be a shift in this culture around policing, how it is framed in the media and elsewhere. So here are the time cycles for Geo Group. Rise, decline, rise, decline, rise, decline, rise, decline, rise, decline. We are part of a rising phase at the moment, and this stock is at a very low historical level. Going to the daily data points, you could certainly make the case that this looks like a rounding bottom in development. That is a bullish technical pattern. And also here, when we go to the daily data points, you see that we were solidly below the red 200-day moving average resistance. Now it isn't firm support yet, but it's sort of like morphing into something that is more supportish. Yeah, the relationship with that moving average has very clearly changed in favor of the bulls. When we look here at the weekly data points, there's nothing really that jumps at me here, because we have a bunch of other stuff that we need to talk about. Looking at the daily data points here, the RSI, we recently pulled back a bit. Back here we had a similar RSI level, and that led to a rally. We were more oversold, however, back here. It's a bit messy. Distance from the 20-day moving average here, it's at a level that has formed lows in the past, so that is interesting. But I think we just have to jump ahead because we have used some time. So the statistical correlation with the S&P 500 is minus 80%. Axon Enterprises and Wrap Technologies, they are what I have put them in the non-lethal law enforcement bracket. And there's a minus 82% correlation with Axon, and minus 26 here with Wrap. 64% positive with the dollar index. Looking at daily data points, 79% with S&P 500, 61% with Exxon Enterprises, and minus 31% here with Wrap Technologies. 75% positive with the dollar index. So over the last 5 years, December is a weak month, but January is one of the stronger. Over the last 10 years, December is a weak month, and then January is really, really strong. It is the strongest month. Over the last 20 years, December it closes higher 45% of the time, but January, February, March, April, those months are, seasonally just strong. You see that, they stand out. So there is this very nice seasonality around the corner. Year to date, we do have an almost 19% pullback. Performance over the last year is, minus 33%. So the bears have been ferocious. Looking at Finviz, Sachs. Okay, Sachs, we just looked at Finviz. So Sachs has a number 3 hold, but a value. So if you are a value investor, yeah, Geo Group looks interesting. See growth. So we have a decent value score and a decent growth score. That is rare. Industry rank bottom 41%, but this is very broad. This is real estate investment trusts and equity trusts. Market cap $883 million. There is no dividend. Geo Group used to pay a huge dividend. But if things start to improve, for the company, then it could very well be that the dividend will come back. As far as the insiders go, we have to go back here to August, and then we did see a sell. In June, we saw a buy, but we don't really have any recent moves here when we look at the consensus estimates. Then the target here, the price target, average is 83% above the current stock price. That is definitively bullish. Highest target is 108% above, and the lowest target is 32% above. That is definitively pretty darn bullish. So to sum up the take here, looking at the news cycle, which does matter, the technicals, seasonality, the fundamentals, I think that we could make a way stronger case for the Geo Group at these levels than... Yeah, this is definitively a solid bull case.